Harold's paintings that have adorned our sides of the cathedral are something that I truly love. I was able to be part of the journey as he conceptualized and then painted it. And, very often we had coffee and meals together. And it was also seeing him as an artist grow in his faith as he expressed that faith in the painting. So I think this is a fruit of love, a fruit of faith. So I'm very happy that he's promoted the whole idea of being pilgrims of hope. And I truly am happy to gaze at it many times. I think, everybody should come and just sit there and spend some quality time meditating on it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Kacang Kevin and welcome to another episode of HERALD Voices. In this episode, I'll be speaking with an artist who has two artworks at the Cathedral of St. John in Kuala Lumpur. And this is a tribute to the Jubilee Year 2025. Let me introduce Harold Klemp Anthony.
I lecture full-time. Doing art is nothing new. I've been doing this since very young. So having it as my main job now is like, a childhood dream, kind of like it never left my side. That little seed that I have or passion that I have about art or mainly just drawing, kind of never left my side.
I wanted to know more about his passion for art, and Harold told me his father played a pivotal role since he was a young boy.
Back in kindergarten itself, I have this I like to draw. I think I would probably give it to my dad, because my dad would any homework that we have those cerny classes, right? Any homework that we would bring home from school, he would let me teach you, don't stress. Let me like guide you how to draw. Back then we don't know better. So the best teacher would be the parents. So from here, I'll give it to him. Like he did most of my kindergarten drawings, and it was very impressive at that time. Like how he's able to copy his observation skills, the reproduction skills, how he's able to capture the likelihood of the image. From there it's like, okay, I see how you do it. I want to have a go on it. So this thing kind of snowballed. I kind of pick up I want to impress her. I'm able to as a child, definitely want to be look at what I drew on my own.
However, as Harold grew older, he didn't pursue art at first. In fact, he went into the science stream of studies, and his teachers pointed out to him that his talent for art shouldn't be ignored.
And it's when my science stream teachers would tell me, Harold, you would be fantastic in the art stream, but you choose to do this instead, where you're just a moderate student, you're purposely sabotaging yourself, what's going on here? And then I did explain to them, I'm trying new things, but I do know my strengths are there. I don't believe it's only there. I want to know more. So they did say that whatever goes in your life, it's a talent. Don't waste this talent, because a lot of people in the art stream are looking for this gift and they just can't find it. And you naturally have it already. So you might want to think twice about this. It's somewhat of a call. You're given this gift for reason. So you might want to invest more time to think about this gift.
Fast forward, Harold is an art lecturer and a choir member at St. John's Cathedral. And the chance of a lifetime of having his artwork at the cathedral came as a surprise. He tells us the story.
It was Father Gerard's idea. I wasn't pushing much on my artistic presence in the church. No one knew I do art. No one knew I'm very savvy with all this. digital art as well. No one knew about things I do outside of church, other than, oh, this guy is in the choir. That's it. But once the word got out that I do art, and then even more, I lecture art at a college, and it caught Father Gerard's attention. Yeah, and he approached me. He approached me that he would, while the church is being like renovated last year, I think. At the same time, Father Gerard wanted to fill up this white spot in the church, which is above a door. So he approached me like, first of all, oh, Harold, I heard you do art. My first instinct was, how did you know? Where did this news came from?
Who told you?
Yeah, who is it? Tell me. Yeah. And then it first was just as simple as that. Like Father Gerard just said, I want something to be filled in here. Any ideas? I'll leave it up to you. Like, free, like go ahead, do it.
Yeah.
And you know how it goes. I'll just, hold on. I gotta think about this. It's a big, quite a big deal, because it's huge. One thing. Another thing is I'm not sure whether I'm up to it. So I kind of like put it aside for a while. Yeah, I do mainly digital art, like for games, and having this chance that I really wanted this chance. This chance, it was like way early on in my college days. Initially, when I joined a college for my own, like pursue in this career, that the thought did come up like, perhaps down the road, I could use my art to do Christian art.
With St. John's Cathedral being one of the pilgrimage sites for the Archdiocese of Kuala Lumpur this Jubilee year, Harold got to work on a Year of Hope theme, and his artworks has been viewed in many different ways by the parishioners, including children. He tells us more.
Under this tree, it's where it all began also. Like under a tree where the fruit was given, and then the fruit that of knowledge is, I'm not supposed to go and eat it, but this is where it all began. Yeah, so this is where these two circular things should also like, I would like to see it as a communion. That's why I use these circular white shapes to signify like it's a fruit from the tree also. Yeah, and it's interesting that the children say, is it like Moses leading the Jews out of Egypt, because it's blue, and then it's like waves, you see? So, and then it's like the red is being parted from the blue at some point, and then it's being closed back again on the right side. So they see it as, is it parting of the Red Sea? Yeah, so I find it quite interesting that the children can come up with this sort of interpretation. It's totally not what I expected, but it's so nice to see that it can mean more to others. You see? Then the bottom one, I would say like the other side where there's Jesus outstretched, like, and welcoming people. People come by and see me paint this piece as well. They would say, nice Last Supper. Okay, interesting. It's because, from afar, Jesus is in the center and there are people around him. And if they count the people, there's actually 6 on the left and 6 on the right. So it does look from a first glance, Last Supper. But when you take a second look, there's not only 6 people on both sides. There's actually 7. And some people did tell me like, is this a mistake? I would say no. It's because the other two people I wanted to be Adam and Eve. The other two people that are trying to reach back in this visual is actually Adam and Eve, trying to reconcile, go back to God where they have lost their way. I also want it to resemble stained glass also, with all the colorful, always popping colors. I want to also resemble stained glass. Then it would suit a church theme as well.
Now, every time Harold looks at his artworks, he's full of pride and very grateful for the help he received from his students.
It makes me feel that one is I do see my presence in the church. You see, it really brings me that sense of belonging in the church, that I did play a part, and I can see it quite obviously. And not only that, the students that help me, they do carry a sense of pride there. Like, we did work on that. Their brushstrokes, their efforts are all there on this painting, and everyone is looking at it. So they do have this sense of pride, like, thank God you chose us to do this painting with you. Yeah, I would like to say thanks to my students that are so willing enough to actually volunteer and have the interest, finding interest to do extracurricular stuff, and it's not tied to school. It's very hard to come by. So I'm very thankful to Zixuan. Their nickname, Zixuan nickname is Dragon, and then just because both of them are named Zixuan, that's why one calls themselves Dragon, the other ones call themselves Zixuan, and then another one is Wei Yi. Yeah, I'm quite thankful for them.
Harold has viewed this opportunity as a way for others to get to know him better. And there's a message for all of us to get to know one another in our parishes much closer.
This meaning of this saying of, it is, who do you say I am? Is something that I would like to share to people. Also, who do you say I am? Because do you really know the people sitting next to you during Mass? And then this Jubilee is also like, you're in the same parish. Do you know who's even sitting next to you during Mass? Or do you know who you're sharing the celebration, sharing the Eucharist with, coming together? Who do you know these people? Even though they are different in color, different in backgrounds, shown in the painting, everyone is still looking towards Jesus. That is a similarity. And if we only look at the similarities within one another, I think that's a good enough connection to have.
Harold, that's a beautiful message which comes from beautiful artworks done by you this Jubilee year. Thank you for speaking with us.
Yes, sure. Thank you for this.
And that was Harold Klemp Anthony, who has two stunning artworks at the Cathedral of St. John in Kuala Lumpur. As you visit the cathedral this Jubilee year, be sure to spend some time to view his artworks and let us know what do you see when you look at them. We welcome your thoughts in our comment section, and while you're there, be sure to send us a like and subscribe to our channel. I'm Kacang Kevin, and I'll see you in the next episode of Herald Voices. Stay blessed.